on YouTube. This is your homeboy, Bobman Home and Beacon. Today, I'm actually going to make a rant on that the C. Wilkos show is fake. So anyway, a long time ago, I used to watch the C. Wilkos show at the very beginning of his show aired on TV. And I used to like his show a very long time ago on how he made his guests use the lie detector test on to see if they fail or pass. And many people have failed and many people have passed. And it was very entertaining at first. But there's some things that I definitely do not like about the show, of how C. Wilkos exploits his guests by abusing them on TV and stuff. Whatever they're on camera and off camera and stuff. And how C. Wilkos' wife, Michelle Wilkos, also protects C. Wilkos because he happened to be her husband. And from what I heard, that this has happened to be C. Wilkos' third time being married by a woman and stuff. So anyway, someone on YouTube had told me that they used to be the guest of the C. Wilkos show, and I'm not going to reveal the person's name due to privacy issues and stuff and all, but and that person told me that that C. Wilkos was very abusive by that person and stuff. And I just did not realize how bad that C. Wilkos really treats his guests on the show and stuff. So I actually stopped watching the TV show and stuff and all. And I think that C. Wilkos should probably be held accountable for what he does on the show and stuff. And he should be canceled as well. So anyway, that's all I have to say for now. So anyway, this is your homeboy, Bobman Home and send out. Peace.
I seen that Steve was on TikTok, and I read some of his comments on a post, and I responded with the fact that back in '98, he had made a difference in my life, and I wanted to just thank him. I was never expecting to be able to actually thank him in person for what he has said and done in my life. So I would just say that I really appreciate everything that you do and the help that you give to people. And I just want to say thank you very much.
I was leading a very unusual life of being on a hit TV show, the Jerry Springer Show at the time, and, you know, taping during the day and then going to work in the 14th District in Chicago as a policeman from 4 to midnight every day. And I know the Target very well over there on Elston Avenue. And leading a very unusual life of being on a hit TV show, the Jerry Springer Show at the time, and, you know, taping during the day and then going to work in the 14th District in Chicago as a policeman from 4 to midnight every day. And I know the Target very well over there on Elston Avenue. And
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I remember going in there and, you know, picking up a shoplifter here and there. What, you know, when you're sitting there in that security office and I come walking in, what are you thinking?
Oh, I'm like, oh, look at this dude. He's like really big, scary, kind of looking, he was peed off. We were really mad being there dealing with the petty theft instead of being out there fighting the big crimes.
Yeah, and truthfully, you know, if there's any verification of that story, that's what you just said. I know that this actually happened because I would be mad. I didn't want to deal with a shoplifter or somebody who had a marijuana joint in their back pocket. Those were not the arrests I wanted to. So this is the medal you got?
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, that's pretty cool, huh? What did you get this for?
Because I saved my mommy.
You saved your mommy? Were you scared?
No.
You weren't scared? How are you so brave at such a young... I don't even know if I'm as brave as you. Let's go see your mom. Do you want to hold on to me? So I understand, because of the situation that happened where you were living, you had to move.
Yes.
Why don't you tell us about that?
It was just, it was just a little bit too much for, like, as far as memories for myself, and I didn't want her to have to, like, relive that trauma either.
Right. So it's best to move away from that. But
Yes.
because of this, I heard it's kind of tough for you.
It's been tough. I moved out of state, and then I've been staying in a hotel, so it's been rough.
Here at the Steve Wilkos Show, we want to do something special for Ariana and her mother to say thank you for her heroism. So we teamed up with Novation, and we would like to present you with a check in the amount of $5,000. That's because of what you did. You want to hold the check too?
Wow.
There you go. How'd you hold it? Oh, okay. And this is just a little something for you. And we got you a bunch of presents for you. How's that? Do you like what you see? All new episodes.
I have over $50,000 in hospital bills. And while I'm in the hospital bed, they still have the nerve, the producer, to call me and tell me, am I sure it wasn't an accident? They never apologized. They never came to see me. They didn't give a fuck at all. It's like I didn't exist. I did not go on this show to get $50,000 worth of hospital bills. I did not go on this show for fame. I went because I thought they were honest. So after I get out the hospital, I did start making YouTube videos. I gave them 2 weeks to apologize to me. I sent them the doctor's note. The lawyer called me at work and pretty much mocked me and told me they were going to release the show anyway after I gave them the doctor's note. And I did. I went into, I had a whole mental breakdown. I called the suicide hotline. I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, I quit my job. I couldn't even function. Like, and then they did. They put that snippet up, and then he called me and he said, hey, if you take down your videos and sign a piece of paper, we're not going to release the show. And at that point, I was like, no, I don't care. Release the show. You already released the snippet, and you blackmailed me with it. And at this point, I don't care what you do. I will not take down my videos. And he kept calling me. He kept calling me back to back, and I blocked him. And I have not talked to that lawyer since that day, because what kind of character do you guys have? Not only already go through enough, like, these people are very cold-hearted. You know, I try to see good in everybody. I'm sure they got it, but what you guys are doing to people, it would last. Like, even till this day, I suffer from PTSD, and I have anxiety attacks and panic attacks, and I still have to be a mom to my kids, you know, and it's like, I just need an apology. You guys, that's all I wanted, to acknowledge that you did something wrong. But I'll never get that, and that's okay. I think I've came to terms with that. I just I don't want other people to go through this.
So he says you enjoy having sex with much older men.
Absolutely
Guy in his
not.
70s.
That is no offense to older men. That's not my forte. I
Has
also
he
know
ever cheated on you?
Valentine's Day, I was gone, and because I wouldn't come hang out with him, he sent me a video of him being with someone else. Like, full on, you could see everything.
He sent you this on Valentine's Day.
And said Happy Valentine's Day with an explicit name. And then said, why can't I come hang out with him? Like,
why won't you come hang out with me?
Yeah, it was like, I'm just upset. Well, I'm not coming running now, like, after seeing
Why
that.
do you stay with this jackass? This is the tough part for me. You're drinking.
Yep.
You're intoxicated.
Yes.
How the other girl look? Good looking?
Yeah, she's good looking.
She's good looking.
Yeah.
Scale 1 to 10, what is she?
About an 8.
About an 8, that's pretty good. Because she's what? Like a 9 or a 10, right?
She's a 10.
She's a 10.
Mm-hmm.
As the audience knows, they've seen the show a few times. When my wife generally whispers something in my ear, we're not making dinner plans. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right. Cause his wife, she was like I believe from where I read, this was like her idea, right? This was her idea. Where she's the brains in the whole thing. She doesn't care. She cares about the big house and fancy life, and not a nice person. And I would think as a mother, like you have some type of freaking I don't know, nurturing body.
Hey, Steven. Steve Wilkos here. And I want to say thank you for being a big fan. Now, you tell me you love playing poker. Well, I'm in Las Vegas, baby. I'm appearing at CrimeCon today. But out here in Vegas, played a little blackjack last night, did okay. And I love playing poker too, but I don't like playing with these sharks out here in Vegas. So. Well, obviously, you hope that nobody's ever in that situation. But with that story, what was amazing, being a rape victim, she really kept her composure. She kept her wits about her. She made sure that this guy went into the kitchen, touched glasses, touched the cabinets, saving the semen on the sheets and everything. Just really, when you're going through such a traumatic episode, to think clearly, to preserve evidence, to gather evidence, to make sure that the police would have a good chance to catch this guy. Truly one of the most remarkable crime victims I've ever interviewed.
Okay, so aside from true crime stories, like we know on your show, I talked to you about how you talk about like really, really deep situations, from rape, like you just said, or child molestation. It's really deep. But then I understand like where you're coming from, because you give people the courage to step up, to speak out. If someone's in an abusive relationship, they could watch your show and have the courage to step up and speak out. So you're pretty much in your way speaking up for them. Don't you agree?
Well, I always tell the story. When I was on the Jerry Springer show, it was so much fun, and I had a great time. But when I'd be out in public, people would come up to me and say, where did you find this trailer park trash and all this stuff, which I always hated that. But, I just said, yeah, and moved on. Now with my show and the stories that we do, it's so rewarding to me personally, and it has to be for my producers too, when people come up to us and say, hey, I was in a domestic violence situation. Your show gave me the courage to get out of it. Or I was being sexually abused. Or I was sexually abused and I never talked about it. But watching your show gave me the courage to speak up, or the strength. So, when you doing a show and you are making that connection with people at home watching it, there's no better feeling in the world.
All right, so you're the face we see when you make that connection, but behind the scenes, your wife is the boss lady, and not just on the show, not on the set, because now I'm seeing the backdrop of your set. Last time you were in a cathedral or your castle. I don't know what your address is, but I'm going to find out, Steve. And your wife, I'm just saying, because after I saw that window, I was like, Steve and I need to be besties forever. So your wife is the boss on set. She's the boss at home. I know she is. So with Valentine's Day, less than a week away. So how do you keep things fresh for those who are looking to you for love advice?
Well, I mean, the great thing with my relationship is that I truly love being with my wife. We do everything together. I mean, when I'm not on the golf course, I'm at home. And so we do everything together. We kind of like the same things, same shows. We have these incredible ping pong matches every day. So for us, it's just, we love doing everything together. And so
his wife just gives me bad witch vibes. Like, I don't know. I don't like her. Because she could have been a woman enough, a mother, and reached out to me. Gosh, you don't even have to call me. Send me an email. I don't care. Just something like, hey, we apologize. We're sorry you had to go through that. I got $50,000 worth of hospital bills. How the hell? What am I... In 8 days, $50,000. Like, that is... Who cares, right?
I want to thank you for being a big fan. I know you're over there in England watching the show, so I certainly appreciate that. I had some good times when I was on the Jerry Springer show, and I would go with Jerry over to London, and then we'd go over to Amsterdam and promote the show when the Springer show was pretty hot. So I had a lot of fun over there, and it's been a long time. But maybe I'll get back over there. But again, I want to thank you for being a fan. And your family members took a lie detector test, and when it comes to whether they love you or not, they are telling the truth. So I'm going to hand it over to Dan now, and he can explain the results.
Yeah, I have not talked to the show. They blocked me off of Facebook. They blocked me. I can't comment on their YouTube videos. Yeah, Dan, same thing. Dan actually erased his whole Facebook page when confronted. Are you familiar with the antipornograph.org? His name is David Mashke. I don't know if I'm saying that right. but he was an ex-FBI, and he had a false positive on his polygraph, and this is how he came up with his nonprofit to make people aware that false polygraphs are very possible, and guilty people can beat one, such as Steve Wilkos.
Come on my show, take a lie detector test, whether you set this up.
He would never.
Never.
How credible are lie detector tests? Because people always
I
say
think-
they know how to beat it.
Well, put it this way. Would I ever take one? Hell no. I mean, I would never take one.
Why? What are you hiding?
Why would you hide?
No,
Yeah, what are you hiding,
it's not that I'm hiding anything. I'll say this. I did beat a lie detector test when I was younger. I had to take a lie detector test, and I lied on that thing.
You can't look at the show the same when you see that. It's like, are you serious? And you yell at people? That's what he does. I don't know. It's some type of...
I would trick.
It's just sad. It can't feel good. It can't... I know he makes it seem... I don't know. But I know he can't feel good about it. I'm sure he goes home. There's no way he's happy about it.